Bienvenidos, damas y caballeros, y bienvenidos a CEO 2019. I almost forgot how to say 19. So let's go. Let's start off with the CEO chant. CEO, 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 CEO. Yeah. CEO, CEO. Thank you.
She ain't having it. She's like, I'm good, y'all.
This podcast is not starting until you chant CEO.
Oh, she threw the ball back in your court.
Oh yeah. All right. We'll just get it going.
It's fine.
But welcome, boys and girls, children of all ages. Thanks for coming to CEO 2019. Yeah. This is the Mat Mania Podcast cross with the
Fight Boys.
I am the Neoecks.
I'm Scotty Moore.
I'm Mega Ran.
And I'm the Dylan.
What's up? So thanks for joining us on this Friday afternoon.
You're so the man.
I appreciate it. So we're all here for CEO. Obviously, there may be a few wrestling fans here. So we get to talk wrestling.
God help you if you're not a wrestling fan.
Yeah, there's a lot
Giving
around
out
here.
planches all day.
Word. So this is a fighting game tournament, and that's where it all began. In Orlando 10 long years ago. How many of you were at the first CEO? Anybody? Hey! Got some vets in here. First CEO was, from what I hear, in a room like not bigger than this probably. And then it's just grown into this like huge monster, which is really dope. A testament to Jabali and the crew just like never giving up, pushing on and on. It's gotten longer and bigger and stronger than ever. And now we're in Daytona. Hey guys. Mine's out the gutter. All right, so we're going to go around the table first and talk about our favorite fighting games of all times. Then we're going to jump into segueing, of course, into the colossal tussle. But first, fighting games. Now, who wants to go first on this one? All right, go ahead. The Dylan, what you got?
I got Power Stones 1 and 2 on the second.
Yo! Heck yeah!
The game desperately needs. It's never gonna happen, but every
We need
year.
a reboot.
I just wanted to redo it. I was like, I need you to update the
Just the
engine.
same game, yeah.
At least the second one, because the second one was like Smash Brothers, but in
Second was
3D.
phenomenal.
You could just throw stuff. Yeah.
You guys all played Power Stone? Woo! Power Stone 2. It's one of the like rarest games for Dreamcast. I remember being a Dreamcast collector, and it's still like a game that costs top dollar to get.
I'm so glad I just randomly have it then.
Oh, that's great. Dreamcast is my favorite system of all time. So yeah, hold on to that game, man. It's such a good game. I've read somewhere that someone was doing like a spiritual successor type thing, but I don't know if it's ever come to be. But I would love to. For now, Gang Beasts is about as close as I can get to that. I don't know if anybody's played Gang Beasts. That's a lot of fun too. Big like party multiplayer game. But yeah, like there's nothing like Power Stone, and it's such a fun game. Good call. That was a really good pick. Thank you.
I'm a Dreamcast fanboy, so that's where it comes
So am I. Like,
Did you have a favorite character? Did you have a favorite character in Power Stone?
from. Yes, but I can't remember the names. I haven't played that game in 15 years.
yeah, it's been a while. I don't remember any names.
I was gonna say, if I could remember a name, then I'd be real proud of myself.
That would be impressive. I don't remember any names. What's that?
I think I can name it if you describe who they were or what they looked like.
Yeah.
Even harder.
I know, I just can't even.
You need a full description. Then you're like, oh yeah, that's that guy.
Yeah, that's like it.
There he is. All right, so anybody want to go next? Favorite game? Fighting game.
So, my favorite fighting game of all time is Street Fighter 3 Third Strike! One of the best fighting games in the world, bar none. Don't at me, all right? It's the best. Second to maybe in like Alpha 3 is my second. Yeah, there you go, he knows. Again, it's one of these fighting games that's been, there's a 1, 2, and 3 of Street Fighter 3, so to speak. They redid, the entire graphics, the parry system, the combos. It's one of those games that I can always pick up and put down at any time. Even playing it like on the collection on PS4, jump online, cry because you suck online. But hey, you get a couple parries here and there, and it's a pretty good day.
Try not to cry. Cry a lot.
Cry a lot. But yeah, that's one of those games where on the stick or on the controller, just learning how to parry was a challenge in itself. I actually got real hype. I was Alex and my brother was Chun-Li, and Chun-Li has a super Kiko show, right? And when he threw it at me, I was able to parry the entire Kiko show, and that's probably my one of my crowning achievements in Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. But yeah, that's got to be the game for me, for sure.
Okay, that's a good one. I have so many, but I just want to take this one outside the box a little bit and say Def Jam Vendetta. Or I don't, you know what? Fight for New York is probably better. So that's the one. I'm gonna take it outside the box. Great game, fighting, soundtrack, amazing.
Customization.
All the characters, customizing, making your own guy, like beating up your favorite rappers. Like, there's nothing better than that. That one was so good. Part 2, they got like beyond Def Jam, so they had like Ice-T and Ice Cube and I don't think Ice Cube was in it. Snoop Dogg. Icon was trash. Yeah. We don't talk about that one at all.
Don't add him.
No, it's
But that was the last one.
hot trash. Yes, hot trash. But Fight for New York, so good on that famous Aki engine, which was No Mercy, WCW versus the World. So many great games came out of that. And so taking that and then adding wrestlers, great graphics. I love the stages with the crowds where you could get pushed into the crowd, come back out, go grab a weapon from somebody, crack somebody in the head with it. Like, that game was so fun. I think I need to like play it again. That's another one that needs a reboot, but probably because of all the licensing stuff, would never happen. Like most of those rappers probably don't.
Yeah, people are a lot less
Exist.
cool about just randomly licensing things.
They're like, yeah, sure, you can have my likeness. No. They all would want millions of dollars now.
Also, if you had to like fight Migos, after you wouldn't be able to understand what he was saying after you beat him.
Yo, that should be a great final stage. Like you against the Migos. They just, all of them.
All of them.
I will say, like, when it comes to Def Jam, some of the most brutalist finishers I've ever seen. Just watching them just makes your bones ache or your face hurt. It's just brutal. I remember, I think it was like when you pick Spider in part 1, he would do like this assassination ninja move, and then he does like have you ever seen the Will Ospreay where he does, or not Will Ospreay, Zack Sabre Jr. He puts his feet between your head and just spins.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the neck crank. And then you hear the bone crunch.
You gotta mute that part? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah. So there's a couple others, but that one is like right on the tip of my tongue and my mind right now. It's like I really want to play that game again. What do you got, Scotty?
Y'all are so much smarter than me when it comes to these. Most of my connection to like fighting games comes from the fact that I was raised in an arcade. My family owns an arcade in Alabama.
But you were literally raised in an arcade.
Yeah.
That is
By wolves.
amazing. I envy you.
And so I've got a big connection to the original Mortal Kombat, which we have there, and like learning how to do. That was the first
Classic.
video game that I learned how to not button mash and instead try to figure out how to do specific things on. And then also Tekken 3 that we had.
Yeah.
The OJ game.
Yes.
The first time where you realize how ridiculous fighting game characters can get, where you're like, that guy's a tree. That guy's a tree.
Yeah, they had a tree. And didn't they have Gone, the little dragon too?
Oh yeah. That wasn't in the
it got
arcade cabinet.
ridiculous.
I
Yeah, that
had
was
to fight
PS
to win that one on
PlayStation.
PS1.
Yeah. Tekken 3 is up there for me.
Velociraptor.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, they have Roger and all those other like animals.
They went buck wild with that one.
Yeah.
They did. Tekken 3 is a classic. Mortal Kombat though, speaking of, obviously there's some MK11 going down this weekend. I was really excited to see CEO partnering with MK11. There's a CEO stage now on the training stage. I was like, whoa, what is that? So in related MK11 news that I have to share with you guys, you guys are the first people that I get to tell this to. Exclusive! No big deal, but
Just humble bragging, it's fine.
the Mortal Kombat 11 soundtrack just came out today, and I'm on it! I have a song with A Rival, who's like an amazing producer and rapper, who did a great song called Rise, and I would love to play it for y'all if y'all don't mind.
Yes!
Let's get that world premiere popping.
My favorite thing about that is how you said they didn't tell you, you just found out from when they released it.
Well, I recorded it like 6 months ago. So legit, I was like, did this thing already come out? And occasionally I would message him like, this isn't really happening, right? Like you just were lying, right?
Ed Boon's like, I just need to hear it a couple more times, please.
Right, Ed Boon was like, play it one more time. Okay, play it in the headphones. Okay, now play it in the car. All right, let's make sure it's good enough.
Okay, now let's play it in your car. Okay.
I feel like maybe that's what it was. They had to go through a lot of people for approval. But the ending theme, if you guys have beat Mortal Kombat 11, a really good track that just kind of plays. And so that's the track we rapped on. And
World premiere.
And here it is, y'all. I'm really excited about this. Well, wait, I gotta find it first.
I love the humble brag of a really, really good song plays when you beat it. It's the one I'm on.
It's the one I'm on. No, I don't have the raps on the end of the actual one, but we are on the remix, which is on the soundtrack. Maybe they'll do some DLC and put it on. I don't know. They can do that, right?
Yeah.
They could totally do
They
that.
gave Snoop Dogg a stage. No, that was a Tekken.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait,
Good
I'm having
song,
trouble
too.
finding it. Hold on, sorry, y'all. Tell a joke or something.
Okay, so, how many tickles does it take to get an octopus to laugh? 10 tickles.
That's a good one.
Joke. But speaking of Mortal Kombat, however, Mortal Kombat 1,
Yeah.
that's where, they have the simple fatality inputs. Do you have a fatality from part 1 that you loved?
Not off the top of my head.
Well, mine was.
Oh, okay, there we go. I just needed to set you up.
Scorpion.
He didn't actually care about you at all.
So you play Scorpion, and your sweep distance, hold block, push up, and then dun dun dun. And then,
Am I the only one wishing that in MK11 they had those inputs still? Like, just for like the easy fatality? To be like, you could have that one old classic fatality, and then they give you the over-the-top gory death.
No, they really want to continue the thing of if you mess it up at all, you just like chump kick somebody and then you ruin it. That's now a staple of the franchise.
Right.
With me, I do have to go back to the Kano heart punch. Like the classic fatality.
Yes. Okay, I got some Mortal Kombat jokes. What do you call a Mortal Kombat character running for office in 2008?
In a,
Barack Obama! What?
Do we go in the Wayback Machine all of a sudden?
What does Sub-Zero eat for breakfast? What's his favorite cereal?
Frosted. Sorry, not a
Frosted Flakes. This guy. All right. Okay. Did you write these jokes?
You're on his website right now, man. At least shout out to him.
MKJokes.com. Is that you?
It's corny jokes I would make.
All right. What is Sub-Zero's favorite Disney movie?
Frozen.
Why does Sub-Zero freeze people?
Why?
a bad childhood.
Because he heard that revenge is a dish best served
Cold.
All right, so these are horrible. I'm gonna play the song now.
At what point were you expecting them to be good? Like,
I love bad jokes, but these are really bad jokes.
good. Well, I'm glad you have standards.
I got standards. All right, here we go. Let me turn this volume up.
World premiere, part 2.
Make it grand,
Can you guys hear that?
ready for combat. At the helm, never break, and I never bend. Nether realm, give and take, never let them win. Never ran, never will, this is in my skin. In my blood, for the love, this will never end. 11 years, lost peers, I can recommend. When death's knocking at the door, never let them in. Through the breaks, through the bruises, and through the cracks. Do your worst, do the work, swear I'm coming back. Through the dirt, universe bow when I spit a rap. Fatality on every track, it's a rap. Anytime, any space, stay ready for any attack. Pull a spine through a back, hit a snap, it's a fact. I've been ready for war. That's the witness the day I was born. Set to perform. I never let a competitor score. Bring on the door. I'ma get mine, you better get yours. But never before. Come in that meeting, you better be sure. This is Mortal Kombat. We take it to the limit, then we go beyond that. Come on in. This is Mortal Kombat. We take it to the limit, then we go beyond that.
This is a rival.
Yeah.
He decided to rap 1,000 times faster than I did.
Sharp like an ice pick in the game. Y'all wanna die quick in the game. Y'all get a spine rip in the flame, doing splits, call me cage with the glitz in the fang. Bringing the pain, fighting y'all news just isn't the same. Cause I gotta call Lou and the crew with a can kung fu to the brain and take 'em out with a bang. Yeah, ain't nothing changed. Earth is a little bit strange with a new coat of paint. But even if your arms got blades, I'm breaking every bone up in your body on stage. I'm a warrior and you can never stop me. Even singing tough and never try to copy. Disconnect the haters, leave them in the lobby. Y'all can back and off me.
This is Mortal Kombat. We take it to the limit, then we go beyond that. This is Mortal Kombat.
All right, so there's another minute of that with some cool stuff. But that is the song. It's called Rise, only official Mortal Kombat 11 soundtrack. I made it, mama. I made it, mama. I made it. So this podcast though isn't about me. It's about wrestling. So
Can I just say real quick, my
What's
favorite
up?
part of all of that was watching a room full of nerds have to figure out how to quietly listen to a rap song. They're all just like, okay, maybe if I bop my head a little bit, it'll be cool.
We're all facing the same
right,
direction.
you gotta listen. Like you can't like clap. or
Look
get
at
too
me while
crazy.
you listen to it.
It's like you wanna
Look at me.
You wanna like feel the lyrics. Too,
I
so
demand
it's like,
eye contact.
all right, I'll just sit quietly and observe. Thanks, yo. Thanks, you. I made that while I was on tour. It was such a like tight deadlines where I was just like, there's no way this is gonna make it. And he's like, can you get a rap to me in 2 days? And I'm like, I'm on freaking tour. And I was in Atlanta. And so I started calling every friend I knew, like, hey, can somebody get me into a studio or something? I need to record, there's things happening. And then I finally did. A good friend of mine, J Live, was able to plug me in at his own home studio. It was like, look, I got Pro Tools, just pop it open and you can just do it. And I was like, all right, cool, beep, beep, beep. And I did it. And I sent them a couple of takes. I sent them like two other takes of the chorus and some other things that I said. And he picked and chose and moved things around and made it really sound good. So shout out to A Rival for that opportunity. This has been a crazy year. Before we get into wrestling, I gotta put myself over. This will be the put over for me.
It is your
It's
show.
myself.
For all of us.
This has been kind of a crazy year. Not even to like humble brag, but to be able to like go from a kid playing Mortal Kombat to be like being a part of like the soundtrack was a dream to me. Doing the same with like WWE has been amazing, with Ring of Honor, and now with like AEW. Like it's crazy. Like my bucket list is running out of space almost. It's like this, everything's all scratched. It's like, wow, like it's been pretty wild. And that's all kind of happened this year. So that's been great. I got some AEW news too later, but we'll talk. So anyway, let's chat wrestling. Woo! So here we go, y'all. Apparently there's a show going on tomorrow called Fighter Fest. Anybody gonna be there?
Really?
Who's coming? Cheer! All right. So I don't know. You want to get into that? Want to go through this card?
Let's smash it.
Let's go through the
Do you
card.
actually get internet?
No, I screenshotted it.
The internet here is so bad. We had to screenshot our notes. So if maybe we can pass mics out if you guys have a particular take on something that you want to share, just put a hand up. We'll get a mic to you, and I would love to hear your input on what's going to happen. So Neo, run us through the card. Let's try to go quick because I know it's a long one. Let's do it.
So let's give it up to our founder and all-knowing God, Alex Bailey versus Michael Nakazawa. Who do you got?
Dude, I would never bet against Jabali on his own show, but this time I am. I feel like the rematch, the run back as they're calling it, I think Nakazawa's got to even it up. I think so that you can have a third later. You know, it's only smart booking to go, let's get a third out of this. I don't know. And if any wrestler worth their salt, I don't know how good or happy they'd be taking 2 L's to Jabali.
It's Michael Nakazawa.
It's not dissing Jabali, but you know, I don't know. What do you think?
Michael Nakazawa got announced for the show last year, like the day of. I mean, he was just happy to be there.
I guess.
He got catering.
He did. He showed up with multiple pairs of underwear on, took them off,
lots
smothered
of
people
oil.
with them. Yeah, lots of oil. So much. The CVS is now out. That's how much he bought.
Yeah, he took him out of stock. Anyone? I don't know. What do you guys think?
If I'm going off of pure wrestling commentator logic, last year he had a broken leg and still managed to defeat him. This year he's all healed up. He's a strong man. Jabali's got this. But no, Matt Jackson's gonna kick him in the face on accident, and that's gonna get Nakazawa the win.
Ooh. I do think shenanigans. I think that Nakazawa wins with shenanigans.
All right, Jabali booked it. He's putting himself over. It's his own show. His face is everywhere.
Yeah.
His face are on those exclusive Nerds jackets that we got as well.
Yep.
All right, so those are exclusive for the con. You come to the Nerds booth and we'll hook you up. But you gotta provide the secret password for a deal.
What's the password?
The password is, keep your shoulders off the mat.
Keep your shoulders off the mat.
Keep your shoulders off the mat, y'all.
They got it.
All right, next match. I'm not sure if these are in order. I'm just gonna splurt them out. The Elite, Kenny Omega, Matt Jackson, Nick Jackson versus Los Lucha Brothers, Pentagon Jr., Rey Fénix y El Laredo Kid.
Ooh. I think it's gonna be, of course, match of the night. I'm looking forward to a lot of big stuff. I'm gonna say Team Lucha Brothers. I think they deserve a big one, so I want them to get it.
Same. I'm Mexican. I'm Latino. It's got to do because I'm proud of my people.
No. He's gonna announce that before every pick.
Before everything, okay? I am Latinx now. I learned that. That's a new word. But yeah, they're gonna win for the win, all the way.
By that logic, I am Caucasian. And the Elite will win.
I have a Kenny Omega shirt on. If I don't pick him,
Boo.
I'll burst into flames.
There you go.
That's fair.
Anybody got a quick take? Run up here real quick. Oh,
Yeah, guy in the lucha mask. What do you think?
put yourself over first.
All right. Hello. Mucho Macho here, everybody. Hey. You know what? I do think if you would have asked me before all of the Pac stuff went down, I would have said Lucha Brothers and Pac. Because I do think with the Laredo Kid. Yeah, instead of Laredo Kid. Now, Laredo Kid being there sort of sways my opinion now. Because I think he's going to go into this match with something to prove on a bigger scale. Because, this is probably one of the bigger shows he's going to do in the States. So, but at the same time, I don't see Kenny Omega. I don't see the Elite losing because, and no disrespect to Laredo Kid.
They're white.
No disrespect to Laredo Kid, but you go from Pac to Laredo Kid.
Yeah.
So that's why I think the Elite's taking it. If you would have asked me a couple months ago, I would have said the Lucha Brothers.
So by your logic, they lost a white person.
So now they're going. Laredo Kid is going to jump off the top of this arena tomorrow to just.
Oh yeah, he's gonna do the wildest thing, and we're gonna be like, whoa!
Screaming, I'm Latino!
That's a good take, though. That's a good take. We got, is that? Oh, we don't know if it's gonna be next, but it's a great one. And a non-sanctioned match, Jon Moxley, Jeans versus Joey Janela. I think we all win in this one. If we get the violence that they're promising us,
You ever see somebody die in person?
I thought I did at the Hangman Page Joey Janela match at All In. So, I don't know, man. The winner lives, I guess. I mean, man, I would say Moxley, but man, this was gonna be a knockdown, drag out, slobber knocker.
All right. Moxley's got that U.S. title. Janela's got nothing. Champ's gonna win.
Janela has
Or
been
America.
the craziest person in the United States. He's gonna channel Superhuman, and he's gonna like just yell. It's gonna go horribly wrong. He's gonna go through like He's gonna go through 4 tables full of thumbtacks, and that's how he's gonna
On fire.
On fire, yeah.
my God.
Light tubes, the whole 9 yards.
then there's just gonna be
there's an entire Home Depot under that ring right now.
A
You
pit
just
of
don't know it.
liquid nitrogen as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's I don't know, man. These non-sanctioned matches, they can really go bad, really hard way. I mean, do you think Gene Zambros is gonna bring back that pot?
I mean,
What's his name? Mitch?
Mitch, yeah.
Mitch the potted plant.
I think Janela's doing it for all the juggalos and juggalettes.
Well.
I don't know.
You know he's gonna yell that. I'm calling that.
Can anyone do that impression? This goes out for all the juggalos and the juggalettes. And then he takes his shirt off, which I won't.
Don't try this at home.
I don't know if we could swear on stage, but you guys can.
Get
You
me
can.
on board with Legos. I'll do it right now.
Oh my God.
Oh my Lord. He is about it. What's the next match?
Let's do this one.
Oh, Adam Page, Jimmy Havoc, Jungle Boy, MJF.
He's a horse.
How are you gonna bet again? That's 3 humans and a horse.
Humans versus a
How do you not pick the horse?
You gotta take the horse, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's just logic.
Yeah,
right there.
exactly.
This is, this was easy. I don't know. Who you got, Neil?
Yeah, it's got to go Horseman.
Horseman for the win. Everybody agrees?
Yes. Also, another prediction: "You're a horse" is gonna be chanted during that match.
Now it is.
Now it is.
I think it will. It'll be our section. We'll start it at least.
See this.
Okay, I like it. See this. Good. I don't know, man. I feel like MJF will pull it out. Best heel in wrestling, baby.
MJ.
So who would win in a match? Boring Corbin or MJF? A heel match.
MJF would become a babyface so quickly because he's such a bad heel.
Yeah.
Like he would be like just taking a crap on the crowd while doing it. They'd be like, "Oh, thank you. It's still so much better."
Yes, we do suck. All right.
We appreciate that. We're cheering you for quality, not because you're actually a babyface. That would be one of those matches.
What do you got next? Christopher Daniels, Shima. Singles match. I got Shima.
Yeah, we got Shima.
This is legendary. Man, I didn't
Especially
realize
since
we
they
could
just
see
announced
this.
Kenny versus Shima at Fight for the Fallen.
Yeah, so
I
Shima
think-
gets to step up, so yeah.
so he can get stepped on.
Yeah, it's totally true though. If he's gonna go up against Kenny, that's just good booking.
See, and if you go kayfabe, Christopher Daniels took a Joey Ryan dick flip, and like it was Peter Griffin selling it. So he's not at 100%. He's not at.
Oh yeah.
I want him to sell that during the match, just momentarily.
Maybe he will, just
as
for a
nod,
moment.
Yeah.
Or he did DDP calisthenics and he's 100%.
Oh yeah, no. Then you're at 150.
That's the panacea in the wrestling.
Yeah, there you go. Yes.
The Phoenix down, if you will. DDP yoga. All right, what's next? We got a 3-way. Yuka Sakazaki, Riho, and Nyla Rose.
Nyla Rose is gonna hit one of them with the other one. That's what's gonna happen in that match. She's gonna catch one of them and just like.
I got Nyla Rose all day bashing these women and taking this one.
Don't get me wrong, Yuka's like boundless energy. Like yeah, but then
Yeah.
it's gonna get knocked.
There's gonna be a
down.
lot of fire, like from the Joshi wrestlers, but it's gonna get stomped out. For sure. Anybody got a take out there?
Anyway on that one?
Maybe we'll save it for later.
You know, everyone's,
What's up, homie?
Any big Joshi fans?
everyone out there's
For
like,
us?
Nyla's gonna kill him.
That's where we actually watch the murder. It's where you least expect it. Sacrifice.
Oh, who's next?
We got Best Friends, Chucky Taylor, Trent Beretta versus SoCal Uncensored, Scorpio Sky, Frankie Kazarian, and I'm excited to see these guys. Private Party, Isaiah Cassidy and Mark Quinn.
I'm looking forward to this match. I haven't seen a lot of Private Party, but what I saw, I really like. So, I don't know. I don't even know if I have a pick for this one. This is weird. I don't know if that's allowed.
Throw it out
But
there.
I just want to see some good stuff. That's all. I'm going to be watching this one like, yeah. Because I like everybody, and I want to just see some good stuff.
I'm definitely going to go with Private Party on this one. I think it'd be a great debut for them, just so that they have established themselves with AEW. And the highlights that I've seen on Twitter and on YouTube, They made that the video on the road to Fighter Fest. Did anyone catch that?
It was
Man,
really good.
They're impressive. The only drawback is they're kind of little, but a lot of fire in there.
All right, Jim Cornette.
God damn, that's they need to get on the juice. Start lifting those weights.
They need to start getting on the gas. These boys are gonna be acting like old Joey Ron in no time if they don't get up on the gas. I swear to God. But no,
Hey!
as,
What podcast is this?
as part of the Fight Boys' eternal quest to get followed by Chuck Taylor on Twitter, I have to say best friends.
Of course.
Hashtag Dustwatch, baby.
We got your back on that. We hope that happens. All right, what's next?
SCU.
The whole crowd has a hot take, and it's SCU.
Yeah. Well, we'll see you later tomorrow. Last match, which I think, I'm not even sure. Like I said, I don't know the order, but it could be Kylie Ray versus Leva Bates.
Oh no, that's not the last match. You've got Cody versus Darby Allin.
Yep.
Oh, I did.
Cody and Darby Allin.
That was
So
first
sorry.
on this list.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. Let's finish this one and we'll go to that one.
Because Darby Allin is totally gonna go like the Joey and
Okay, let's just
Johnny's
get into
gonna
it
go
now.
first. And then Darby Allin's gonna be like, I can almost die more than that. That's his whole gimmick. Is that he doesn't feel pain. Like he had a match against John already where he got his hands tied behind his back and still tried moves. Like he suicide dived with his arms tied behind his back. The man is legit suicidal.
The skateboard spot that I saw was really, like, I've never seen that before. He jumps off the top rope with his board, like coup de grace with the board, so to speak. Basically does a 50-50 grind on someone's back.
How many points is that worth in Tony Hawk?
Well, mic down. It's worth all the points.
It's a special move, so like 1,000. Right?
They lost their mic. Welcome to Fight Boys, ladies and gentlemen.
The invasion is back.
All right, let me ask the question.
Eric Bischoff got hired. We're invading. There's no coincidence. Paul Heyman was our inside man.
You know who we are, but you don't know why we're here.
Don't know why we're here.
Look at the adjective.
The adjective, play. So speaking of, Paul Heyman and Eric Bischoff named WWE executive directors and will run WWE TV. The 90s are back.
Yes.
What
year is it?
I don't know. Like when you look at our buddy Cap had a great tweet about it. Like when you look at the top movies in America and it's like Toy Story, Child's Play, Aladdin, Godzilla, Lion King coming. And then it's 97 all over again.
I like this.
That was a great time though. I like it. So what do you guys think? This is a great move. What are you expecting? Give me your takes, y'all.
So hiring back Eric Bischoff is clear proof that Vince McMahon at no point watched TNA. He was like, no, it's fine. He's going off the last thing. He didn't see the fact where they Monday Night War ran that company into the ground. He's like, no, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. We'll put him back on a company with blue ropes, and there's no irony here at all.
The only thing I'm upset about, and this is more based on history than anything else, is the fact that Paul's not on SmackDown. Because Paul made SmackDown in early 2000s.
Yeah.
But
A new 6.
yeah, we need a new SmackDown 6.
Yeah.
But instead
Force
he's gonna-
Roman Reigns to stay on SmackDown.
Right?
Yeah. But yeah, that's really my only big take on it. It's they've been in panic mode for months, and this is the best move they've done so far, I think.
All I ask is just no more polls match. Don't give me things on polls match, and I think we should be okay.
There's no Vince Russo. We're okay.
Bro, it's a good idea,
Bro.
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 If you do that enough times, does Matt Riddle just show up?
Maybe.
Cloud smoke.
A flip-flop flies into the room.
Cloud of weed smoke. He just
I like it. I think it's countdown for NXT to become get super rated. I hope not, but I think that's what's about to happen.
gonna fire everyone.
Everyone's gone, and NXT guys are coming, and I'm okay with that. I think maybe we'll see. All right, any takes from the crowd? Come on, step up. Red hat.
Red hat. Okay.
Sorry, he's behind you. You're red hoodie.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Red hoodie and shoes. Red hat. State your name and give us some info.
My name's CJ Claiborne, huge fan. Hey. Everybody drink that water.
You're.
Hydro homies.
My only thing is, if Bischoff and Heyman are going to be running Raw and SmackDown, my only thing about that, will Vince still be making like the final call?
Yeah.
That's like my major thing.
Absolutely.
Until he dies. In his
think
office.
so.
Eating
And
a
that's-
steak wrap.
That's the only reason why. That's like the only reason why I can't get too excited about it, because like Vince will still like Heyman can probably come up with like some of like the best ideas ever,
Yeah.
and like Vince will just be like, no, not at all. Like it's
You can have the best car in the world, but if the driver's drunk, it don't matter.
exactly. So because it'll be like Jericho and like Fandango years ago, like that one WrestleMania was like, yeah, we're just gonna put Fandango over, and then we're gonna do nothing with it after that. So that's
You can do this.
Also, it is his fault for getting
Fandango can
I
dance.
think he was supposed to go over.
Fandango?
Yeah, at some point, Fandango was supposed to be, I think, IC champion, and then he got injured, and then that killed that entire push. Because he was gonna have a huge push, because Vince McMahon likes dancing men, I guess.
It was like every Wade Barrett push. It was like, we're gonna put you out. Oh, you got injured again. Oh.
Yeah. Thanks, CJ.
Anybody else?
Thank you. I saw another gentleman with a take.
Yes.
Come on now.
Oh no!
I want you to know that's the only part that's gonna
Can
make
you
it on.
stand over there because the camera's there?
Oh,
Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Don't block.
Hi. Hi, Mom. How's it going?
My close up.
My name is Deji, at Master Rykin 100 if you want to follow me.
100.
I just post memes and you might see some social media
Kombat
content.
jokes.
Yes. So as it pertains to Eric Bischoff and Paul Heyman, you have geniuses behind these great companies right now who will definitely, bring out some fresh ideas. And to the person who said that Vince McMahon isn't a great driver when it comes to being behind the car, let's think about it this way. He was behind the New Day and the New Day push. So it's not like he doesn't have bad ideas or he doesn't support good ideas. It's just, you need to really force his hand.
You called me out.
I did love his presentational style. He stood up in front of everybody like Tony Stark at the Expo.
That was very
Let me
good.
tell you about Vince McMahon.
He probably had slides ready, like, as you can see.
Can I give you my thumb drive? I can just put that
I'll offer a slight rebuttal on the New Day thing. Like, his idea for the New Day isn't necessarily what we see now,
Sure.
but he does allow it to continue. So I will say, absolutely, he gets the final
In
step.
fact, you could argue his idea for the New Day was so bad it led to the New Day we see now. Because everyone booed the original New Day, which led to them turning heel and then getting ridiculous and doing the power of positivity stuff that got us to where we are now. So really,
Good point. They were street preachers at that time
Yeah.
in suits.
That
when
took months of them being like, you hear how they're booing us? No, it'll be fine. Okay. I guess we'll just pretend that they're cheering us and that they want socks. That was the best self-delusional thing ever. Biggie's Twitter was the best thing for like 4 months.
Oh man, that was everything.
You mean 4 years?
He's still going crazy.
Becky's mom.
Protect Biggie at all costs. Everyone who came up, I meant to give you guys free CDs. So if you did come up and give a question, please come grab a CD.
I'll do it later.
Any other takes on Bischoff Heyman before we move on? I think it's all been said. I think it's all been said. Or what can be said in a public forum. All right. All right. What else we got? Let's talk Twitter beef, y'all. Twitter fingers are running rampant this week.
Are you welcome to the? Are you ready for the new age of professional wrestling, where it's just weird, like weird tweets and rebuttals, and then Will Ospreay will make a shirt out of it? he is 4 for 4 on this.
Yeah,
he has not missed an
this is
opportunity.
kind of his thing. He will drop a shirt.
He made 3. He made 3 this time. That's how much. Like Seth Rollins was such a big thing. He's like, no, I think I can get 3 shirts out of this.
This
If I
was
really
huge.
try, I feel like I can do it.
He said he gained like 10,000 followers off this thing.
oh yeah.
So he's winning. So that was basically going to be the question. Like, all right, for those of you who hasn't heard this before I recap the whole thing, the Will Ospreay, Seth Rollins situation.
Oh, we're about to ruin 2 people's lives with how bad this is.
All right. We'll go into real
Somebody tweeted and said someone needs to turn wrestling Twitter off and on again.
Yeah, seriously. Okay, Seth Rollins, best wrestling in the world. Who says they can do what I do day in, day out? I'm the greatest. I'm the man. Print it, book it. Will Ospreay says, I'm alive.
That's it. That's
it.
all he said.
That's it. And then Seth, he says, good try, little man, but we got a better version of you here, Ricochet. He just won his title. We're good. Thanks, little guy. Kind of the pat on the head. Like,
immediately diverting the point, though, because the point was Seth was the best, and then after Ospreay said something, he's like, well, actually, Ricochet's the best. It's not me.
Yeah, so it starts to lose a bit of focus at this point. What was Ospreay's response after that? It was
there were two. He did release one really neutral tweet where it was him, B. Priestley, and Tony Storm, and he was just like, "Hey, wrestling, like no matter where you go, is fine. Like it's like a goodwill thing." And I think it was Wade Keller like tweeted like you calling him out after that was, and then Seth called Wade Keller out and Will Ospreay.
Oh yeah, he's like, man, I don't want to chill out. And I think this was the best one for me is when
step to me, I'm gonna pat you on the head.
I'm gonna pat you on the head
and the same goes for you, Wade. And I was just like, what the?
Wait, what? Seth took this to 12, like pretty quickly.
Twitter roid rage. That's the only thing I can compare it.
He went all Kanye on there.
The Twitter fingers went full Kanye, and he was feeling himself, or Becky, I don't know, but it got heated.
Do you know how bad you have to be on Twitter where Will Ospreay looks like the good guy? Do you have any idea? This man has a laundry list of just being a jerk on Twitter, like literally, like for 4 straight years, and he took the high ground here. You have to
took the high ground. So speaking of, I guess, I think to me is where Seth lost a lot of people was that he brought it into like bank accounts. Like, you want to talk money? And then we're like, no one wants to necessarily go there when you said, I'm the best wrestler, not I make the most money. It's like,
Then we just bring up John Cena.
yeah, then someone can bring up John Cena. And it's funny though, he didn't go where I would have gone next and been like, all right, you are the man right now. You are the top guy in the company.
Yeah.
However, let's not act like these arenas are full. Let's not act like these ratings are the best. You know what I mean? I might have gone there.
Let's not act like these arenas aren't tarped out on halfway.
Right.
We got mirrors put up so it looks like there's twice as many people.
Wow. Yeah, like so I might have gone there and he didn't. He just made some shirts and kind of laughed it off. But I think I would have gone like, look, man, you're not exactly like. This isn't like the greatest era of wrestling right now for you guys, so you know.
I was with him in the beginning because he was like, best wrestling in the world, period. I'm like, well, you're trying to raise morale, and I'm proud of you for that. But it was the fact that he was like a politician and kept diverting the question. So it was like, Will Ospreay's alive. Yeah, well, Ricochet's better than Will Ospreay. That wasn't the original point, Seth. Yeah, well, I make more money than you. No, Seth, that's not what we're talking about. Yeah, well, Jon Moxley took his ball and went home. Okay, Seth, you need to calm down.
Focus.
My dad can beat up your dad.
Beat up your dad.
No, my dad works at Nintendo.
He's the vice CEO.
My games are cooler.
I do like how in the span of 3 days, like through 3 separate mediums, Seth Rollins managed to like alienate so many. Because first there was the Twitter thing, and then the next day it was like, yeah, no, we're totally continuing this couples feud on Raw, which everyone's like, dude, I didn't want to see Baron Corbin anymore. And then the day after that was where the interview came out where he dissed Jon Moxley. So it was back to back to back. I was like, that is so impressive. I've never seen someone self-sabotage that quickly.
And maybe he was getting ahead of the article. Like maybe he knew that was coming. And
Hold on, I have to heel turn real quick.
Let me turn heel real quick on Twitter. Let me just
only
go
in real life, not in the ring at all. That would have been more acceptable if like they had been like, well, you guys can't challenge us. We're the power couple, and they had become like the new Triple H and like Stephanie. I would have accepted that, but they're like, no, we're the faces. You guys are the heels. I was like, I just follow you on social media. You're a jerk. Yeah. You're a jerk, and your girlfriend's more successful than you. I don't need to be here for this.
Hot take.
Scorching. Scorching. Any thoughts on, before we move on, any thoughts on Ospreay versus Rollins? Come on up, you, sir. And then you in the back.
Hi, my name is Kristen.
Hi, Kristen.
Kristen.
All right.
Yeah, my only thing I would say about it is I think Rollins was just defending the company that he loves, but I think he got way too defensive. Like I've done that before where like I've had to argue a point and then it was later my friends told me, you got a little too defensive on stuff. I'm like, yeah, it's like, I think that's what Rollins did. It got to a point where he just wanted to win because he loves WWE so much because of how much they've done for him. So like if it was differently or like I would say Moxley's in like situation, he probably would say differently. And that's why I didn't even like what he said about like Moxley taking his ball and going home. It's just Did you go through what Moxley went through? Did you go through what all the other wrestlers occasionally go through? And the speculation, the rumors now about so many people wanting to jump ship, whereas AEW was just somewhere else in general. It just...
Did you have to try to put over a potted plant? No, you didn't. Did you drive a hot dog cart to the ring and then tong somebody in the groin? No, you didn't.
And what was great was, do you
have to get a shot in the ass on national television?
And what was great was Moxley even admitted in that Jericho podcast that he didn't mind doing some of those things because he didn't mind because it was getting over. It just got to a point where he just wanted to go.
Like, it was evident Seth had not listened to the podcast because he was treating it like it was the CM Punk podcast where he just crapped on the company the whole time. It wasn't that. It was Dean talking about, I love WWE. They're amazing. I know they can be better than they are.
Yeah.
And instead Seth was like, no, he's talking about how terrible the company is and I can't believe it. I'm like, Seth, calm down.
I think he saw some of the quotes, like the sound bites or whatever, and just was like, oh, everybody's dumping on us. And I think he did have the right kind of idea to be like, look, we've always been the whipping boys. We're always taking all the criticism from people about how bad we are. I want to fight back. I don't know. Anyway, hello.
All right, we got Wrestle Travel.
How are you, buddy?
How you doing, guys?
Good to see you.
I'm Dave Hancock. Friendly neighborhood social media guy.
What's up, Dave?
Just to point out, Seth's argument of being the best in the world, market share does not equate to being the best in the world. Let's be clear on that first. The second thing,
He's not even the best in his own company.
right?
Exactly.
Will Ospreay is what, 26 years old, right?
Don't remind me of that. Now I feel
Don't remind me of how little I've accomplished in my life.
He's headlining for New Japan and selling out arenas throughout that country and helping with their global expansion. Meanwhile, Seth Rollins, when he was 26, was wrestling in front of 80 people at the Florida National Guard Armory for Florida Championship Wrestling. Yeah, he was on a developmental deal and was in Ring of Honor prior to that, but he wasn't nearly at the successful level that Will Ospreay's at his age.
And I add to that, did anyone watch Will Ospreay versus Dragon Lee?
Yeah.
I mean, that match alone, I can't, put it up next to any Seth Rollins match and I can't even compare. Yeah, go ahead, man. Come on up.
I just want to say,
Come on up. We have a microphone.
Yeah, Mike got a bunch of things.
Get on the mic, bro. What?
You want things? You
Get on that mic. Get on that mic.
Yeah. We just didn't want you to yell at us from a distance.
Oh, it's okay. I'm very loud.
I got you, man. I know. Me too.
Slap hands.
So the one thing I was gonna say was about Moxley, right? Was like he took his ball and went home. Actually, he saw a better court and he took his ball to play on.
I don't know how expensive these are, but you should have dropped that mic after that.
I know. I didn't pay for him. It's cool.
This ain't mine. I don't care.
That's exactly it. I was just thinking that, his contract was up and he went elsewhere. He didn't walk out before his contract was up. He didn't breach contract or anything. He did everything he had to do. And he did the business the correct way. Took all the L's he was supposed to take, did everything he was supposed to do, and then wrestled after that for $500.
On his last day, that's what you took your ball. He showed up his last day, got paid $500. Has anybody ever worked a job all the way complete and you show up your last day? You give no effort. He gave full effort.
Effort.
I can't even say I've done that.
I have not done that in my life.
We're looking at you, Sasha.
All right, so whoa! There was a hot take from the crowd, but y'all didn't hear it.
You leave my queen alone.
My queen alone.
Whenever she shows up again.
I wanted to talk, I guess we can kind of wrap up pretty soon. We're getting close. We did our predictions, we did the Twitter wars. All right, so based on a little bit of what we talked about, continued low attendance has been a thing. It's now to the point where, and I don't know if it's like...
Can you specify which company? Because Ring of Honor also has 50 people a show. So
Well, just all, I guess. Low attendance at shows for whatever reason. Do you think it's a problem in any particular companies? Do you think something could be done? What would you do if you were given the control in, we can say ROH, we can say WWE, any of them. What would you do to make it a little different? And is this panic mode?
Well, just one thing I just wanted to quickly add is at my regular job, I have about 3 or 4 wrestling buddies who only watch WWE. But even they are at the point where they're just fed up. They don't know the direction where their favorite superstars are going. They don't see these impressive matches, and I slowly but surely have been sending them YouTube links of AEW. And I mean, talk about a change of opinion. Now they're actually actively, they're gonna. I told them like you got to watch Fyter Fest. It's free, and yeah, they're all on board because of these little snippets here. So it just goes to show you, like, if you're not keeping your characters engaged, your superstars engaged, then you're gonna lose your fans.
Yeah.
And then what happens? Well, again, they're gonna take their ball and go to another court.
Well, firstly, I'd like to say I do like that ROH jobbed out Mega Ran, and then suddenly all their numbers go down. So I'm thinking it might be we need to get some Mega Ran back on TV. But here's the one thing with WWE. They're definitely in panic mode. But when you look at this year's WrestleMania, didn't it feel like the end of every story? Like you got to see Seth win a title, you got to see Kofi, you got to see Becky. All the stories ended. So after that, it was them all going, oh no, we have to come up with a ton of new stories, and it immediately sent them into a panic spiral because it was the end of like 3 different books. So everyone's going, well, why do I need to keep reading? I already know what happens. The story's over.
So despite the fact that I don't actively watch WWE anymore, I still like support them. I don't want this them to go out of business or anything. But every time I see this, I'm like, oh, is this enough? Like, if only 500 people show up, will that finally wake you guys up? Like a phoenix rising from the ashes. Like one day it's just gonna be a triumphant return. It's just then every week I'm just like, nah, it's not. Vince is still drunk behind the wheel.
Fyter Fest sold more tickets than last week's Raw, by the way.
Yikes.
Fyter Fest sold more tickets than last week's Raw.
Hooray! And yikes.
Change is in the air, folks. Wow. That is crazy.
I mean, Stomping Grounds had the lowest pay-per-view, had the lowest, I think, attendance since December to December. December to December had more people.
Wow. But it was in Tacoma, though. Does that really count?
That's their fault. They booked it there. They were like, this is a good idea. It's like the problem they had where they booked that show in, was it Nottingham in the UK during when there was, a giant rugby thing? They have no awareness.
I've done terrible shows in Nottingham, and I'm nowhere near as big as them. So.
They should have learned from you.
I think it was to a point where I feel like I saw a Groupon for Stomping Grounds. But anyway, let me get your ticket here. Yeah, use it on the mic. Come on.
I like it. One last fan comment, Chris. Come on to the microphone because we're recording the audio. So you know what I mean. I need you
being loud is
need you on the show.
So last thing I was going to say, when you guys were talking about the lowness in attendance, the one thing I see is that when you look at WWE, right, they do have a model right now that if they started moving towards would make them successful, and that's NXT. Because if you look at the two of them, one listens to its fans, the other one says, to heck with its fans, I'm gonna do what I wanna do anyway. And if you've ever been to an NXT show, right, then you know no matter who is on the roster, because their roster is constantly evolving and changing, and they're not all good, and they're developing them, you still want to see it every single time a show happens. And that is the big difference. And they need to say, hey, Triple H, here you go. It's time for me to, play the back for a little while, because the man knows everything that's happening. He stays up with social media, he stays up with his players, and he exploits it and uses it to his advantage all the time, and you have nothing but examples. That's it.
My thing with that is I feel like it goes back to the concept that we were talking about of the less is more. The reason why NXT gets as much is we don't get as much NXT as we have to get with Raw and SmackDown. We don't get 5 hours a week of that. We only get 1 hour of it, so they have to concentrate it and put out the best foot. So it is still that less is more concept, which leads me to ask this question. When AEW starts running more shows, because they will, and probably gets up to a level of live shows every single week, do you think they're going to keep this train of every show selling out and going crazy?
No, it's impossible.
Nope, nothing lasts forever. It will be a point, it will come to a point, as it does with everything, where we get not even tired of it, but just accustomed. So we're like, I'm going to sit out this one. Even now, there's a show going on today, and then Fight for the Fallen is in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You know, so it's 2 weeks away, also in Florida. So you're thinking like, well, do I save my money now? Do I go to both? You know, so it makes you kind of, or you just spend it.
Cody says, spend it now, make more later. Just do the work and you'll make more. And
merch booth right over there.
Speaking of spending your money, ladies and gentlemen, there are a few things over there if you want to pick up maybe a CD, a pen, or the exclusive CEO satin jacket that we have.
That got debated.
With Jabailey's face on it. That
Jabate all over it.
Oh, it's dirty. So come over there and grab some of those, grab some stickers. We have some of those here for free. And all you gotta do, go on your phones, if you got a smartphone, go to, where do you gotta go to? Go to your Spotify or your Apple Podcasts, hit the follow button, follow Mat Mania, and we have a free treat for you. And do you remember the password? What's the password?
Keep your shoulders off the mat.
Nice.
One last thing, however, if you're looking to go like StarCast 3 or any other major wrestling events, talk to Dave Hancock back there. He can hook you up with travel and all that fun
We're making
stuff.
you work. That's right. Talk to Dave.
Do the work, Hancock.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for being here. And we'll see you around. We'll be around all day today and tomorrow and at Fighter Fest. If you got questions, want to just talk wrestling with us, we love it. We're also big into hip hop, so I want to just...
Don't say it. Really?
I wanted to make that clear. Usually we do a put-over thing where we talk about like a particular song or thing that we're feeling right now. I can't recommend enough the new album by Freddie Gibbs and Madlib. Holy cannoli. It's called Bandana. I mean, it's very gangster. So if you're not really ready for like people talking about, you know, violence or, you know, things like that,
You can pick up one of those.
you can get one of my CDs. But
What's it called again?
Freddie Gibbs and Madlib, the album's called Bandana. It's like immaculate rapping over immaculate beats, but it's very violent. You know, he's talking about his past life, you know, so it gets a little gritty. No more gritty than the John Wick movie, for God's sake. But it's great. So anyway, got any music you want to put over before we get out of here?
I mean, I want to put over my podcast, but it's cool, man.
Put over the podcast then, damn it. I was going to do that at the end. Everybody would get their chance to shout out stuff.
Yeah, just check out the Fight Boys podcast. As far as music goes, check out the Mat Mania albums by Mega Ran. They're probably my favorite. I feel bad because you're here, so I don't want to be nice to you.
Pretend I'm not here. That'll be nice.
But yeah, if you're a wrestling fan and also love hip hop, Mat Mania, all of the albums are probably some of my favorite things to listen to and jam to, like at the gym or wherever.
Additionally, two of the four of the Mat Mania crews out here. Another one of our homeboys is Teak Hall. Check out Teak_Hall on all streaming platforms. He's got a couple of albums out. One of them is like The Art of Submission and Art of Submission wrestling album. #1 headband is Samurai Champloo, almost type of, Afro Samurai. Thank you. Type of album, yeah.
I thought Art of Submission was going to be a 50 Shades of Grey album, so I'm really happy. I'm really happy it's not.
I'm interested in hearing the 50 Shades of Grey concept album.
Choke you out for that. I would help him.
Wow. I'm going to tell Tiki said that. So we're out of here, but give us all a follow on Twitter, at Megaran, at the Neoecks,
at Scotty Mo,
at Dick and Stormy.
That's right.
and of course, hashtag CEO if you talk about the event today, and follow CEO Gaming. Thank you, Kent, for hooking us up. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Make some noise! Also, do I have time to play a song just to play you out to?
Yeah.
All right, so this is an announcement that no one knows about. Only my closest friends. Okay, you're gonna hear a song tomorrow during Fighter Fest that Kenny Omega asked me to make for Fighter Fest. This song, all right. The song's called Fighters. It's myself, Kadesh Flow, and Schaefer the Dark Lord. And I want to play a little bit of it for you, just as your play out music. It's gonna take a little while. I might need a joke.
Quick, get back on the Mortal Kombat website.
All right, give me a Mortal Kombat joke now.
I was gonna do it too.
I know he was. I'm playing for you a little bit of it. It's called Fighters. I've been working on it all week, and I wasn't sure how they were gonna feel about it. And then I said to Kenny, and he was like, "This is freaking dope." And so I got really excited. I was like, what? He likes it. So here we go.
Whenever you said that, I really appreciate the mental image of it.
Saying yes, it's freaking dope. Yeah, he did. So here it is, a little bit of that.
Keep your shoulders off the mat.
Don't blame me. It was killing me, kill. Mess around and blood gets spilled on the field. I'm crazy. Refilling my pills. Ain't no use in anybody telling me chill or calm down, cause it's on now. Catch you when you guard down, take your squad down. Whether it's a big city or a small town. Lay your bet down, you can catch your round, be the next down, let down. I've been bringing it home, it's been a minute. Anything you're dreaming of doing, I better did it. Been in it from the beginning, I'm cooking just like a skillet. I never know when the limit, I killed it until it's finished. Now I come at the party to catch a couple of bodies. Got you feeling all warm like a cup of Bacardi. I had enough of the parties and I'ma need it indefinite. You ask for it long enough, you end up getting it. I rush down, leave your whole team shut down. Gun down like a cowboy at sundown. I'm in here, boy, what now? Make a tough ground, put the arms up like a touchdown. From the underground, the top of the heap, I gotta crumble and just run away. I'm rocking the beast. My head is stopping, get it popping. Ain't no squashing the beef. Pretend a competition, knocking to eat. Now let's get it. Put 'em up, let me see your head. The war is on the line, it's in the sand. Here it is, we you ain't a man. It's time to take a stand. So here I am, this is for the fighters. Any lies on the line, 24/7 ride with victory on the mind. This is for the fighters who never back down, never play the background. We on the track. This is for the fighters.
Fuck with auto-tune.
24/7 grind with victory on the mind. This is for the fighters who never back down, never
Be sure you let CEO know that you guys want us back next year.
I feel like Tecumseh Harrison riddled with bullets so beautifully smashing. Original meaning of bury the hatchet. I'm furious ratchet. All of this is hustle and asset. Folks think other secrets secretly. That stuff is redacted. You tough and you challenge. You wanna test my grind? Victory's the difference between me and opening line. I used to hit a vest and we dress up to the nines. Like a Terry and the gossip. We're tripping like I'm the vibe. Folks swallow your face and then attack you and spit the lines. Like the OJ that's the right in the line. I'd rather scrape hard, throw you around if you wanna go pound for pound. Till I climb my foot, my place among the all-stars. My vision got direction like 90s soccer moms. Use an all-star. Step to me about it and it's all guard. Break you in when they ask me about it. I'm like Kenny with a law claw. Shot it. You don't know a thing now. I mean, listen, I'm just trying to be the king on the scene. To the glisten, let you know this from my ring. You perceive one of the nails got the number 23 sort of blink. Yeah. This is for fighters who struggling. Yeah. Take L's and the efforts, they double them. Yeah. To the L transforms to a W. Yeah.
Put 'em up, let me see your head. The war is on the line, it's in the sand.
Okay, so you can get that song on Patreon/Megaran only. I don't know what else we're gonna do with it. It's up to it's above me now. It's in AEW's hands.
I would so work
So
out
we'll
to
see
that
what they
bot.
do.
That bot makes me want to flex.
Flex and tear a shirt. But thank you guys again. Come get some stickers. I appreciate you all. We are out of here.